Prime News. I'm Aubrey, and it's another week of November, Monday 14th. Another week of school goes by, and another week of delicious lunch choices grace our plates. What's on the menu this week?
This week, lunch menus: Monday, hamburger or yogurt pack with bag. Tuesday, beefy nachos, homemade cheese sauce or ham munchable. Wednesday, spicy or regular bacon cheeseburger or crispy chicken wrap munchable. Tuesday, crispy chicken tenders or chips, salsa, and cheese cubes. Friday, turkey ranch wrap.
Some of my favorite choices are on the menu this week. How about you? I'm thinking about lunch. Has been making me think about recess too, and whether or not to be nice or miserable. Let's check out this week's forecast to see how we should prepare.
Another cool down this week, going from the 50s to the 30s this week, with temps shuffling between 31 and 36 degrees throughout this week. With the cooler temps will be a mix of sun and clouds, with a possible flurry or two expected on Tuesday. Now is the time to have all of your winter gear here, even though there's no snow. The temps are so cold. Come prepared daily.
Many of you are still coming to school with only sweatshirts. Last week, it will make for a long and miserable winter if you don't start dressing for the weather.
Thankfully, Miss Kate is pretty good about reminding us about our winter gear clothing while she is out patrolling in the morning. Also, we need to check out our library update from her. Let's check it out.
All right, great guys. Our new habit of mine is creating, imagining, and innovating. I love this because guess what? Creating. I work in a library. Do you think that people have had to create, to use their imagination, to be innovative, to create the books within our library? Absolutely. We need to use our imagination. We also, innovation. You may not think of yourself as an innovator, but guess what? I have books in the library all over that can teach you about how Oreo cookies were made, or sneakers, or let's see, what about Dr. Mae Jameson? She was the first African American into space. Guess what? Do you think she was innovative? I think she probably was. So remember, always try and think creatively. Imagine things. The world, who knows? You could create something. Try it out. Makerspace is always available. The library for information is always available. You can always find it. If not, make it up. It's a great way to enhance your brain. Good job, guys.
Believe it or not, we are already halfway through the November with the Thanksgiving holiday in the middle. The end of the month will be here before we know it. Keep on working towards our goals.
Last week, we planned to discuss creating, imagining, and improving our progress, but I think our reports got a little muddy. We are not overlooking that habit this week. Let's check out the scoop in this week's habit of mind highlights.
Creating, imagining, and innovating means?
I think that when you are creating and imagining things, you are coming up with different solutions to a problem. And then innovating is if those solutions don't work, how can you maybe change them to make them work for whatever you're working on?
Creating, imagining, and innovating means?
I think that creating and imagining are two things that come together when we are thinking outside of the box. I think that innovating is using resources around us so that we can create the things we're interested in, and we can use our imagination to use our resources.
We said last week, creating, imagining, and innovating helps us come up with new ways to solve problems. We always have seen lots of classes in the makerspace practicing this habit. Do you know you can also buy this time in the makerspace with your Pride tickets?
It's great to know that it is optional. Just make sure you clean up after yourself when you're done using it. We could use some new materials to restock. If anyone wants to donate items that can be used for building and creating.
Thanks, Mason. Other reminders include come to school dressed for the weather daily and change the lunch. Recommended additions will be on refocus. You need 1.5 cup of full of yogurt or a vegetable on your plate, not both. There is one shortage of fresh items. Please don't take one that you will eat. So that is it doesn't go to waste. Thanksgiving break is almost here. There will be an early dismissal on the 22nd and no school the 23rd through the 25th, and observance of Thanksgiving.
Thanks for those reminders, Aubrey. As we close out our broadcast, we would like to recognize those celebrating birthdays this week. Roll the clip.
To celebrate this week, happy birthday to Easton E. Bristol and Elaine P. Noah B. Thomas F. Callie F. Jackson S. And last but certainly not least, happy birthday to Miss Civic. Have the best birthday week ever.
Parade!
Always a good way to close out our broadcast this week to try. Remember to try. There are 2 things in total of your control. Your attitude and your effort will make that it a great week. Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance on 1, 2,